Hi there, it's Dr. Brenda Money Coach. I'm coming at you on a Saturday morning. I am parked at a Harvest Host site called Majestic Oak Winery, and just take a look at this. Is that not majestic or what? I mean, this oak is just gorgeous. So I was here. You can show you a little bit. Here you can see the grapes hanging on the vines. It also has a brewery, and it's a small facility. Not what I thought when I pulled in, but they've got this space back here. They've allowed me to park. The idea is that I will park here, and then I will send them some business. So I did buy a flight of beer and bought a beer and listened to music and had some food from the taco truck. So it all worked out pretty well. I'll tell you what, I'm going to talk a little bit today about my challenges boondocking. And so for those of you new to the RV world, boondocking is you're off the grid, basically. A lot of folks do this out west on Bureau of Land Management property, where they can oftentimes stay at one particular place. Usually there's a time limit. Usually it's 14 days. But there are no hookups, there's no sewer, there's no water. So you've got your self-contained unit, and that's what you're living off of. You might pack up and go into town to go to the dump station and get some more water, but you don't have the power hookups. I knew that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. I'm I guess too spoiled. I do like my power, and because I'm trying to build my business yet, I do need to work. So I've got to have a good Wi-Fi and have regular, consistent power. If I had been wanting to boondock, I probably would have gone into a lot of solar. I'm gonna talk to you about my problems. So this is still my second month on the road. And my first night of boondocking was at a Bass Pro parking lot. And I'm new to RVing, and the rig is all new to me. And the instruction manual is about 5 inches thick, so it's pretty tough to figure out what you need to learn before you need to learn it. And so I'm going to show you what my particular problems were, because the first time that I parked at the Bass Pro shop at the parking area, I turned the generator on because it was really, really hot. And the AC never powered up. And it was light. It was night. I was exhausted, so it was just one night. So I've got my battery-powered fan. I did okay. We managed. But I knew I had to figure out what was going on. So I posted to a Winnebago Aspect group and discovered that I'll show you. This is where my power is. So you can see I've got my surge protector, my power cord. I'm going to pull this out. So what I learned is that within here, there's an outlet. And what I needed to do was plug my power into the outlet. Now the odd thing is, this is the outlet. The odd thing is that my RV is 30 amp. The outlet's 50 amp. Okay? So this is an adapter. This is 50 and it connects to my 30. So or vice versa, but yeah. So it's a 50 to 30 adapter. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna try that. This is my great attempt at trying to get AC from the generator. And so I managed to plug that in yesterday. I turned the AC on. I turned the generator on. and no AC. In fact, nothing. The outlets were not working. There are in an RV, you've got the coach batteries, and then you have the truck batteries. So the coach batteries, at least in my system, do the minimal. I can turn the lights on and things of that nature, but the outlets don't work. And so you can't do a whole lot just off of the house battery. So you need the generator if you need your outlets. If unless you have I've got a little generator inside, but to power the AC, you got to get your generator running. So I got that all nicely squared away, and no power, no AC, nothing happening. Okay, so I posted on my forum group again, and I said, okay, I got generator on. There's no AC. What am I doing wrong? There's Dolly in the window, so hi Dolly, hello Dolly. And so they gave me some advice, and they kept referring to a transfer switch. And then I Googled what I had, and mine is supposed to be an automatic transfer switch, so that I shouldn't have to manually do anything. The power should just switch over to the generator when it's on. So that wasn't happening. So my next step was to think about the generator. And I had been in this generator area before when I was parked at home. So this is the generator. And what I did, I'm not going to do it here because it's too difficult, but I took this cover off, and there's a toggle switch. And I used it before when I couldn't figure out what was going on. I lost power, circuits blew, and had to reset the circuit breaker. Turns out I was looking at the wrong thing, but by doing that, I was like, okay, maybe it's that toggle switch. And so there we go. So I toggled the switch, put the cover back on, started the generator. I got my AC working. So the AC worked, and then the part I really don't like about the boondocking especially is having the generator run. Here I am in the midst of all this beautiful nature, enjoying the majestic tree, and I'm listening to the generator. Well, it turns out the generator auto shuts down in about 15 minutes. So I got the AC blowing for 15 minutes, which cooled things off enough. And then, the generator, I don't know if I shut the windows when I had the AC running, but I might have had the windows open when I experimented earlier, because I had gas fumes in the RV. So my CO detector is going off. So I had to, I have a fan in there. I blew the fan. I've got vents up on top. I opened up the vents. So now I'm trying to get fresh air in, which of course defeats part of the purpose of trying to get the cool AC running. Now I've got warm air blowing in, but I gotta air it out from the carbon monoxide from the gas smells. So it was not a very good experience. I am limiting how many times, if I'm going to use the Harvest House in particular, I've got to check the weather, because if I don't need the AC, it's fine. If I need the AC, I would rather pay for a night at a campground so that I'm all hooked up. So if you're going to be boondocking, it's a great experience, but there's a lot more hassles to it, and you really need to think about your power supply. And then of course, you've got your black tank and gray tank, and how long is your water going to last, and where to dump it, all those types of things. And to me, I feel a lot safer in a campground as well. So that's my story about boondocking. If you're going to be doing it, try to figure out your rig before you do it. I mean, that's been my challenge is there are lots of things that I still don't know about. And I find it as I have to, but it's been a challenge. So it's early morning yet. I'm headed to Geneva State Park. I'm in Ohio now, headed to Geneva State Park in Ohio. It's along the Erie River, Lake Erie. And it's, I can't check in until this afternoon. It's about 3 hours, I'm guessing, from here. And so I'm going to hang out here for a while. This seems like a great place. I've got a Qigong video, and I'm going to follow that and do my Qigong and bring my laptop out here, do a little bit of work on the laptop. And by that time, I might be ready to pitch my Jeep back up and roll on out of here. So it's a gorgeous setting. So that is definitely a plus. So that's it for today. I hope you're doing well. And if you have any questions about boondocking, let me know. I am definitely not the expert. I'm more of the middle ground RVer. So anyway, if you enjoy following along, please subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your day.